Storm clouds gather, darkness prowls. The moon shines full as specters howl. This scary house, this lonely road, revenge is coming and best served cold. Revenge on Jeff, who plays with dolls. Revenge on Walter, who moans and scowls. Peanut, Jose shall know their place, like my awful father who scarred my face. One by one, they'll learn they're damned to minding the monsters with Jeff Dunham.
Walter, technically, you're not really Frankenstein.
What?
Well, most people don't realize this, but the monster was the monster, and Frankenstein was actually the doctor.
Well, thank you, Professor Google's tooth-looking much. Yeah, you should tweet that. How about that? Then you can tweet, I'm the huge dork, frowny face, hashtag dumbass.
Walter,
I'll take things that will never get you laid for 500, Alex.
Well, I will say I like your costume.
Oh, great. Frankenstein.
Right.
Sounds like a Jewish name. You think Dr. Frankenstein was Jewish?
I don't know.
That would explain a lot.
Why's that?
He was digging up used body parts.
Right.
Probably to save money. Oh, tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, that's it, he was Jewish, and that explains why his monster was angry all the time.
Why?
Because he circumcised the poor bastard. Now that changes the movie completely. He's killing the villagers because he's deranged. No, he's not, his wiener hurts. And it was somebody else's. You know, if I were really that monster, wherever the doctor was digging up parts, I'd hope that cemetery had one dead black guy and no Asians. That's right, I did a racist wiener joke. Happy frickin' Halloweener.
Walter, you went from Frankenstein to circumcision.
Focus. What the hell is circumcision? Sounds like something they cut out of the Constitution. Just the top part.
All right.
Yeah, by the forefathers.
All right.
And that's another thing. Why was the doctor's monster 7 feet tall?
What?
That's dangerous. He should have started with a small monster.
Small monster.
Yeah, Franken-midget. Then if he goes nuts, just strap his ass in a kid's car seat and drive around till he falls asleep. Parents do it all the time. If he gets loose, what's the worst that could happen? You get a call from the villagers. Hey, come get your monster. He's in our yard and he's humping our cat. That's impossible. His wiener hurts.
You know, Walter, you're no longer supposed to use the word midget. They don't like it.
I think what they really don't like is being 3 feet tall. But I'll make sure. If there are any midgets here that have a problem, raise your hand. Higher. Higher.
What's wrong with you tonight?
Take a guess.
I don't know. Is your wife okay?
That's exactly right.
Wait a minute, your wife is happy and healthy, and she's always in a good mood.
I know, and it's the worst in the mornings. Good God. It's like, oh, good morning, sunshine. Oh. Holy crap. Next thing you want to drop kick her frickin' poodle. Morning, honey! It's a kick-ass day now! I should shove the stick in that dog's ass and use it to clean the toilets. Of course, if you're in Australia,
Walter, I thought your marriage was solid,
it is, in a constipated kind of way.
but you still love each other.
Yes, the love changes when you get older.
How's that?
Well, you go from wanting to make out in a car to wanting to run over each other with a car. You go from, I was struck by Cupid's arrow, to maybe she'll get hit by a frickin' Camaro. From hold me and love me to kiss my ass and die, bitch.
Oh, that's awful. And what about life after death?
Huh?
Some people think that even after death, you're still together for all of eternity.
I'm pretty sure you just told me to go to hell.
Back to the monster stuff.
Sure.
Is there any particular movie that scares you?
Yeah, the film of my wedding. But if I'm depressed, I watch it backwards. You get it? She walks away.
Come on, you love your wife.
Yeah, I know. Then at our wedding, when she came walking down the aisle with that giant hair and all that makeup, I felt like yelling, "It's alive! It's alive!"
So how'd the service go?
Well, the worst part was when the minister asked if anyone objected and no one would listen to me.
Maybe they couldn't hear you.
Hey, you're right. You weren't there.
So what happened after the wedding?
She started eating cake, right, nonstop, for 45 years. You know what scares me now? When my wife says, "Does this thong make my ass look fat?"
You didn't answer that right.
I guess I shouldn't have.
What'd you say?
I asked her if it was a thong or if her ass grew over her panties.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I probably should have stopped there.
What else did you say?
I said, no, the thong doesn't make your ass look fat. Your fat ass makes your fat ass look fat. The thong is the victim.
How you doing, Bubba J?
I'm doing pretty good.
So are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah, been looking forward to it. Yeah.
You look good.
Oh, yeah, I look good, thanks a lot.
You have hair.
I know. It's a miracle. It's like an armpit grew on my head.
Well, I bet you didn't even recognize yourself in a mirror.
Oh, I never look in a mirror.
Why not?
Because in a mirror, I'm backwards and it scares me.
It scares you?
Yeah, because I know that all mirrors are actually windows to that world where everything they do is the opposite of us. And when they look in the mirror, they see us, and we're doing everything they do, but backwards to them.
That's ridiculous.
I know, but you can't prove me wrong.
Bubba J,
And sometimes folks from that world lose their way and then somehow end up in this world. They are amongst us.
how can you tell?
They're easy to spot.
How?
Because they write with their left hands.
All right. Well, you want to talk about why we're here tonight?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, are the cameras on?
They are.
Is the tape rolling?
Yes.
Great. Quiet on the set. Take one. You have the first line.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
All right, so, Bubba J, you're a vampire.
Yep, and I've come to suck your beer.
Well, you look good.
I'm Count Beerkula. And I drink Bloodweiser.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm a white trash vampire.
How's that?
My coffin has a gun rack.
Really?
And I bit my cousin.
Wait a minute, your coffin has a gun rack?
Everything I own has a gun rack. Oh, my gun rack has a gun rack. My coffee maker has a gun rack. My dishwasher has a gun rack.
Your dishwasher?
Actually, I don't have the dishwasher.
Oh.
My wife is my dishwasher, but she has a rack. Yeah. I could rest my pistol there, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't know.
So, Bubba J, why did you choose to be a vampire?
Well, we have a lot in common.
How's that?
We both hang around with folks with rednecks.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and if you're a redneck vampire, you can only be killed by a silver mullet. Or a chicken fried steak through the heart.
Why only one big tooth?
It's a bottle opener.
No, I see. Well, I think this was a good choice for you.
Yeah, I wanted to be a ghost, but somebody backstage told me a redneck in a white sheet wasn't a good idea.
Bubba J, I was wondering something.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot, too.
What I was gonna say is, what happened if a vampire drinks the blood of an alcoholic?
That's genius. I got a blood alcohol level of 3.4. I should bite myself. Wait, if I do that, will I go blind?
No.
Oh yeah, that's something else, isn't it? Yeah, okay, no.
But that's a pretty high blood alcohol level.
Yeah, drink too much of my blood and you'll end up going home with an ugly chick with a lazy eye. And you won't even realize she's a he.
So, Bubba J, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Oh, I'm Team Jack Daniels. Yeah. I've seen those Twilight vampires. I'm not sure about that. That one main guy, he's got a six-pack.
Right.
Yeah, big deal. I got a keg. I'm not sure about the old kind of vampires either.
How's that?
Well, I could never sleep in this coffin.
Why not?
Well, my favorite things are beer and bean dip. Yeah, you get it, huh? Not good when you're in a pine box with no holes in it. Dutch oven my ass. I do like Halloween costumes, though.
Yeah, you always have a good one?
Yeah, except one year when I dressed up like a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, there's an unfortunate misunderstanding after Bubba J drank a 12-pack. Want to see the scratches? No. Want to see how he scratched me?
No.
You want to see my sidekick?
No, wait, what?
My sidekick.
You have a sidekick? A sidekick for Batnut?
Yep.
Is it Jose?
Maybe. Get him out! Look, 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 look! Who are you? That's my sidekick.
Robin?
Reuben. Da da da. I am Ruben.
I see. So you're a superhero too.
See?
Okay, Jose. Ruben. Sorry, Ruben.
How can I help you, citizen? Oh, excellent question, non-citizen.
So do you have superpowers?
See?
What are they?
I can hit you with my stick. Or poke you in the eye. If you eat me, I'd learn your ass. And if you mix in with that guacamole, he can give you the cha-cha-chas.
So, Ruben, are you a fan of Batman and Robin?
No.
Then why are you dressed like this?
Senor Peanut put these clothes on me. I could not stop him.
Why couldn't you stop him?
He doesn't have any arms. He is not that nut. He is Captain A-hole.
Hey!
Ooh.
Well, I think it's a good costume.
I wanted to dress as something that gave me nightmares. Like a big plate of nachos? No, I wanted to dress as an ugly whore. Why didn't you? I could not find a mask that looks like your sister.
Hey! Wait a minute. What the hell?
Ha ha, jerk!
All right, look. So,
Hey, Jose, for Halloween, why don't you and your family all line up and go as a picket fence? Come on, you know what scares Jose? A deep fryer and cheese up his ass. I know someone else who has cheese up their ass. Yeah, who? Ask your mother.
all right. Okay, look, as Batnut's sidekick, do you have any responsibilities?
No.
Nothing? You don't even drive a car?
No, that would be stick on stick. And that's illegal in some states.
But Ruben, you don't have any powers?
Or limbs.
How do you stop villains?
Mace.
Nice. It'd be funny if you said pepper spray. Why didn't you say pepper spray?
You cannot say that without moving your lips.
So Ruben, how do you spray the bad guys?
Well, this is a family show.
Have you ever been a sidekick before?
No, but he's done a side dish. Get it, a side dish! With cheese for your mother.
All right. So look, a sidekick is there in case the superhero gets into trouble.
See,
What do you do if Batnut gets beat up?
I just laugh. And then I put the video on YouTube. He gets lots of hits. Who's the piñata now, bitch?
So on Halloween, when you guys aren't Batnut and Ruben, do you go trick-or-treating?
See, we go home to home. Unless he's out of work, what? Then he goes Home Depot to Home Depot.
So Jose, what did you dress up as last year?
I went as a Mexican Boy Scout.
I see.
Yeah, he helped an old lady cross the border.
So Jose, where'd you get the mask?
Senor Peanut. All he needed was a piece of material with 2 holes in it.
Right.
So that's my underwear.
His mask is your underwear.
Is that why my eyes are burning? Thank you, Taco Bell. Peanut, he looks like something a gay cat coughed up.
Hey! All right, look. As Batnut and Ruben, do you guys have an archenemy, some sort of villain?
Si, senor. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we see him?
You see him every day.
What?
He said you see him every day.
I heard him.
Then why did you say what?
What?
He said, why did you say what?
Why are you yelling?
Because you keep saying what? Apparently, he cannot hear us.
I can hear you fine.
He's getting old.
What?
See? He said what again? It's downhill after 50. He's then farting more now, too. I know, old guys do that.
Excuse me.
I think he farted again. At least he's polite.
You guys.
Yes, Jeff? It's okay to get old, senor. It happens to everyone, unless you die first.
My hearing is fine.
Then why are you yelling?
I don't know.
He's confused
No, I'm not.
and in denial.
What are you talking about?
And he's senile. Yep. He's okay.
Excuse me.
Why? Did you fart again?
No.
So it was just the once?
What would happen if I snapped and killed you?
That would make you homicidal.
Exactly.
So you're admitting you're gay.
How do you get gay?
You just admitted you're homicidal.
What?
There he goes again.
Peanut?
That nut. And Ruben.
Do you guys have an archenemy?
See.
Who is it?
You.
Me?
See. Our archenemy is in Jose's box.
The only thing in the box over there is the little ventriloquist dummy that kind of looks like me.
Right. Get him out.
You want me to pull out little Jeff?
You can try that if you want to. Can you make that talk too, senor? And your new act. Hi, I'm little Jeff. It's going to be a short show.
Oh. The only thing, this is him right here. This is it. This is your enemy. That's it. Oh, look, check it out. Look. It is my arch enemy. I love this. This is fantastic. This is just little JD, the dummy of me. Oh, you forgot his mask. Get the mask out. Get the mask. He has a mask.
Yeah, it's here, senor.
Okay. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the loser.
I am the loser.
Peanut, wait, he has to say it again.
I am a loser.
We got it. And why do you think this is funny?
He's a loser. And it's you, senor.
I know that. Yeah, it's Dunham and Dunham-er.
We are the losers.
This is stupid.
Ask him about his powers, senor. Yeah, come on, ask him.
I'm not talking to a doll.
Oh, come on, ask him about his powers. Please, senor, come on.
All right. So, loser, what are your powers? You talk to a fucking doll, you're a loser, oh my God.
Oh, shut the hell up. This is not my idea.
Good evening, Walter.
Do I look like Walter?
Well, you look like a Walter Frankenstein.
Well, then call me Crankenstein.
All right, Frankenstein, you look good.
No, I don't. I look like a cross between Hillary Clinton and the Hulk. No offense, Hulk.
All right. You don't look like either one of them.
Then I look like Gumby in a nursing home. How about that? That would make you pokey. Get it? You're an ass.
I got it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been working on that. That's my angry sound.
Yeah.
Here's my happy sound. Here's surprised. Here's gay.
If you don't like the costume, then why'd you pick this one?
We're supposed to dress as whatever scared us as a kid.
Oh, so for you that was Frankenstein.
Actually, it was a Catholic priest, but... But everybody gets mad when I offend the Mexicans.
Walter, are you ever happy? You should hope not. Why? Can you imagine me coming out here in a good mood? Hi, everybody, I'm Walter, and life is peachy. You'd be working at Starbucks in a fucking week. Why? Language, English. And you didn't even have to push one to hear it. You know, Walter, these people came here to be entertained. Not all of them. You know, there's a handful of guys sitting out there right now whose wives are like, oh, come on, we had to go see the middle-aged dumbass and his dolls. And now those guys are sitting out there right now going, son of a bitch. It's a middle-aged dumbass and his dolls. And now you're playing dress up with your dolls. When's the tea party, Ken? Middle-aged dumbass. Which part of that did you not like the most? Middle-aged or dumbass? What do you think? Well, you're only as old as you feel, but dumbass is in the DNA. You know, speaking of age, you're not exactly young anymore. Hey! Let's think about this for a second. How long have I been in the show? 24 years. 24 years! So anybody who might have seen our show 24 years ago, yeah, I look exactly the same. You do not. Yeah, this show started out young man, old man. Pretty soon we're gonna be the stinking Sunshine Boys. I used to give you dating and marriage advice. Not too long from now, we're gonna be on stage comparing colonoscopies. You know, Walter, age is a state of mind. Not when your ass starts leaking. Yeah, there's a couple of old farts in the front row going, yeah, he's right, Marge, my ass is leaking, he's right. And then after that, you're gonna die. I'll be on the shelf somewhere. Well, no more nightly prostate exams. So, Bubba J, did you go trick-or-treating when you were a kid? Yeah, but where I lived, it wasn't easy. Why? It's hard to go trick-or-treat where any house you're at could suddenly pull away. Ding dong, trick-or-treat. He's got Milky Way, shoot the tires. Oh, Bubba J, you look good. Well, I was gonna come dressed as a monster truck. A monster truck, yeah, why didn't you? The muffler kept falling out on my ass. Well, like this, I think you're pretty scary, thanks. But what scares you? Oh, tornadoes, breathalyzers, and books with words. Well, I agree with you on the tornadoes. Yeah, it's pretty scary when you get into bed and the room is spinning the wrong way. Think about it. I don't think Dorothy's house really went anywhere. She was just drunk off her ass. You know, Bubba J, you kind of look like the Count on Sesame Street. Oh, that's the vampire that knows how to count, right? Yeah. That's where he and I are different. So how high can you count? 6. When I buy a 12-pack, I just have to trust him. Why don't you just buy 2 6-packs? I think I hurt my brain. Well, Bubba J, if you were a real vampire, you'd have to stay inside all day.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'd watch NASCAR on my plasma TV.
Oh, wait a minute. You have a plasma TV?
Well, sorta. It's a regular TV, but I call it that because I sold my blood to get it.
How big is the TV?
63 inches.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the first thing I watched on it was a sad movie about a dead-end street where drunk guys struggle to find some meaning in their pathetic lives. It was a half an hour before I realized I was gazing out my front window. I love Halloween. Trick or drink.
Trick or treat.
Not on my road.
What do you do, hand out cans of beer?
That'd be dumb. No. I squirt them in the mouth with a keg hose. Yeah, that ain't no normal golden shower.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, whatever.
So have you ever had any trouble around your neighborhood on Halloween?
Yeah, last Halloween somebody threw toilet tissue all over my trailer.
Really?
Yeah, just in time too. I was out of leaves and down to pine cones.
So, Bubba J, what else scares you?
Being kidnapped by aliens.
Right.
The ones from space, not Mexico. Hey, do you know what the difference is between space aliens and illegal aliens?
No, what?
Occasionally, space aliens go back to where they came from.
So, Bubba J, what do you like most about Halloween?
Oh, I like it when hot girls dress up like sexy kittens.
Kittens.
Yeah, which after too much beer led to my unfortunate incident with my neighbor's cat. Yeah, I still have scratches in bad places. And one really good one. So does the cat. My cousin Jed likes cats too.
I see.
Jed isn't his real name. That's just what we call him since he got his GED.
Doesn't that spell Ged?
I don't know.
Where'd you grow up, Bubba J?
All over the place. I was mobile homeschooled.
Was that a good education?
Oh yeah, we covered all the basics. Reading, writing, and math.
You mean math?
I don't know.
You mean meth as in methamphetamines?
Ooh, fancy. Sounds like somebody got his GED. I failed math. I hated my lab partner. I think he was on drugs.
Bubba J, you know that's illegal.
That's why I ran away.
That's cowardly.
It is? Mm-hmm. I'm a lion. That makes you Dorothy. And Jose is the Tin Man, Walter is Oz, and Peanut is the flying ass monkey.
Who's Ahmed?
He's the guy that comes in and fucks up the whole story. He makes it so we have to take off our shoes before we go through the castle.
And who's the Wicked Witch of the West?
I think you know, because she took all your money.